Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan and this is Revive DIY and Upcycled Designs. I'm so glad you're joining me here today. I have a tip or trick to share with you today and then a fun Valentine project. So come on in and join me. Make sure when you come in, you hit that heart button and don't forget to sprinkle the video. It just helps me get out into Facebook world and I so appreciate it when you guys do that for me. So I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture and I like to come on and show different DIY project ideas with you. Today I'm actually going to be repurposing a surface that we used back in December for Christmas. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. And that's the whole idea behind our transfers and our chalk paste, is to be able to reuse it over and over again. So that's the fun thing. So if you can get a surface like glass or metal or a chalkboard that is reusable, then you are saving yourself money and you're saving space on storing things. So that's why I like to show you different ideas with the same surface. So first thing we're going to do is, this is the surface that I used back in December. Sorry guys, the ring light. Back in December, and it's so cute, and it actually has a button. You turn it on and it lights up. So it's hard to see during the day, obviously, but at night it lights up. And I had done one of our transfers. It says Christmas lights. My favorite color is Christmas lights. So because this is acrylic, I can reuse the surface. So what I would do, this is just chalk paste. As I've told you guys before, it dries hard to the touch and I can do all kinds of stuff to it. And it's not going to come off. So in order to make it come off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it, which is some ordinary tap water, nothing special. And I'm going to let it sit on it for just a minute or two. And then we're going to scrape it off and wipe it clean and start with a fresh slate. So while that's sitting just for a minute or so, I'm going to show you the transfer we're going to use. It is a Valentine themed transfer, but for me, I'm probably going to keep this on here year round. This is a perfect surface for doing our A size transfers, which are 5x7, because it's of the size of it. You could even use part of another transfer, but these fit on this surface perfectly. I did grab it. If you're interested in where I grab it, just send me a message. I'll be glad to tell you where. I'm not sure if they still have them available though. But I love this transfer. It's one of the first of its kind that we've had with ASL, which is American Sign Language. But I have done this symbol, this sign, basically, not a symbol, this sign to my kids since they were young. And especially my guys when they're leaving, whenever they're leaving. Like my youngest son, every morning when he leaves, that's what I do. When my daughter leaves to go away, when my little guy leaves to go to school, this is what I do to them. So I'm so thankful that they came out with this transfer, but it did sell out because it was so popular. Now it came out for Valentine because it obviously, you know, could be considered Valentine, but this is the transfer. And I am actually recording this, so I don't know whether I'll be able to flip it or not. Hopefully I will before I be able to publish it to you guys. But it's this sign, and what that means is I love you in sign language. And of course it says always and forever at the top. So there's 3 different elements to this one transfer, and we're going to use all 3 of them. Now, this is sat on here probably long enough. I am going to take a scraper. We have one in my shop, but this is something I just picked up at the Dollar Tree. I think it had a whole little kind of like craft kit. But this has worked fine. If you have one of those Pampered Chef scrapers, I don't have one right here that I can see right off. Or any kind of like dish scraper, you could probably use. So as long as it's hard enough to scrape. That's, I guess, basically what you're looking for. So, but that it won't scratch your surface. Now, I would say make sure you're getting plastic or, you know, in your scraper. So look at this. Look at how easy this is going to come off just because I wet it. So basically, I just reconstituted it, right? Because this was wet chalk we put on here. It dried hard, and now we're just wetting it again. So obviously, it can't be reused, but the chalk can't, but it's easy enough to clean off. Look at that, guys. Can you see already how easy that was? So I'm just going to grab a towel over here that I have, and then I am just going to lickety-split wipe this right off. And we're going to be able to reuse this surface. Like I said, you can do this with glass, you can do it with acrylic, you can do it with metal, and you can do it with chalkboard. Any of those surfaces. All done, clean, ready to go. All I'm going to do is actually, I forgot to bring up, I don't know if I have one. I do have a, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but what do you call it? Coffee filters are great for glass, or in this case, acrylic, for cleaning them without having smudges. So I keep some of those up here. So I'm just gonna wipe that off. Now, I'm gonna try, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this because I can barely see it. So a lot of times when we do a chalk project, even on our chalkboards or on a surface like this, you get what they call ghosting. Can you see? It almost looks like I embossed that, doesn't it? Well, I did not, obviously. I could have embossed that. This would be super cool embossed. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wish I had tried that. This would be really cool embossed. We can use embossing cream with our transfers, you guys. Who knows? I might end up doing that at some point. But so what happens is you have a shadow. It's called a ghosting. So what you need to do to get rid of that is you need to get one of our board erasers. And hopefully I have something here. I didn't think about that, y'all. And I don't want to leave you hanging. But, all right, hang with me just a second. If you grab a board eraser, we sell them in a 2-pack on my online store, my chalk store. And they're super inexpensive, but that is exactly what they're made for, is for this type of situation. So let me just grab a piece of one of mine. I just have a little small cup piece in here. And I am just going to wet it. So a board eraser, it's a big circle. It's 2 packs. I don't have one that I can get too quick. But if you'll use that over where you've chalked, it will take away the ghosting. And it'll do it on a chalkboard. It'll do it on glass. It'll do it on, this is acrylic. But it will take away your ghosting. So you just wet your board eraser, and that's what you do. Okay? And the only place you can get the board eraser that I am aware of is on my chalk site. It's not available like you could buy a knockoff or something else, I don't believe. And you don't want to use anything else that would not be safe for your surfaces. So I highly suggest investing in one. They last a really long time. They just kind of wear away. They diminish and wear away. I still got some fingerprints on there, but the ghosting's gone, I believe. Well, let's see. I still got some down there. It's hard for me to see until the light gets on it. It's really hard to see through black clear. But I promise that's what you do. It works. Let's try it one more time. Wet it. Because I feel like I'm getting like, not scratch marks, I hope. But, and with this surface, I don't think it matters which side I use because there's not really a front and a back. Might be something on the other side. But you do want to make sure your surface is clean, you know, no dust, no oils. I feel like maybe that's on this back side. That's what I did. There we go. That's good enough, guys. And I apologize if you're having a hard time seeing this because I know it is a little bit more difficult with it being clear. Anyway, the other thing I'm going to tell you with working with glass or acrylic or metal or plastic, because you can do it on plastic as well. Make sure you fuzz your transfer a lot. So you know our transfers are sticky. They're self-adhesive, reusable, silk screen transfers, right? Well, you want to make sure that with glass or any of those types of surfaces, it really, really, really grabs our transfers. So you want to make sure that you fuzz it a lot. And that just means that instead of it being super sticky, we're just going to add a little bit of fuzz to it that's going to take some of the stickiness away. Okay? And I do mean do it a lot. Because you don't want your transfer to grab so tightly that when you go to pull it off, it stretches it. Then you would have, it might, you know, affect your design when you go to try to reuse it. Okay? You guys know I don't usually do it that often, but just be sure you fuzz it really well. So I am going to do my best to center this and place it hopefully. I hope you guys are having a good day. When you hop on, make sure you hit that heart button and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to try to put this kind of in the middle because I want to put words above it and below it. So I'm hoping that that's right. And then once I have it placed where I want it, I'm going to press really firm right where my silk screen area is to make sure I have no bubbles or bumps or anything like that that would cause bleeding. Okay, so I have my little, there you go. I'm all set. The area you can see through, that's where my chalk paste is going to go. And chalk paste is just wet chalk that dries hard to the touch. And I have decided for the hand, I am going to use, now I've got it upside down and I'm thinking it's not straight. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's okay. You know, I think it's okay. It's a hand. So I think if it's not completely, look, even as much as I fuzzed it, it's still grabbing it. Okay, I'm going to use Peachy Keen because I feel like that's a good color to use. You could use white. You can use any color you want. You can use brown. You can use black. You can use our camel color. I mean, use whatever color you think, whatever your hand color is. Why don't you do that? That's a good idea. Your hand color. That's perfect. I'm going to use Peachy Keen though. That's what I'm going to go with because that's the color I like. All right, so let me put this away. And I just need to grab a squeegee. This is going to be super fast, you guys, and super easy. Even with cleaning it. Okay, I'm going to try to tilt it up a little bit while I'm doing it so that you guys can see. So I'm just going to take my squeegee, which is the tool we use to apply our chalk paste, and I'm going to dip it in my chalk, and I'm just going to apply it directly to my silk screen area. Now, I do apologize that this one is not available, but we do have many other Valentine themed, and hopefully maybe we'll be coming out with some more sign language transfers. I think it was very popular, and we actually have quite a few designers that are that use sign language for one reason or another. So hopefully we'll come out with more. But we have many Valentine transfers right now available in our last chance section, you guys. Oh, you all. I didn't want to do that. I really kind of wanted to do the heart in a different color. I did. I wanted to do the heart in a different color. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do all of this. And then once I'm done drying it, I'm actually going to take one of my little tools and I'm going to add chalk paste over top of what I already chalked. Now, I don't have to do that. I could, you ready? This is the fun part. If I can get a hold of it. This is the fun part. Okay. I could wipe off that heart and wash my transfer and then go back over it and do it in another color. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take the lazy way out. So do you see how much it's grabbing it, you guys? Make sure you pull, you might start on the side, but pull from the middle so that it doesn't stretch it any more than it has to. But even as much as I fuzzed it, look how it's grabbing it. So just kind of wriggle it off. And we do have some distressing, or not distressing, but you know, it's not really distressing. It's more like details in this particular transfer. So you're going to see that. And that would be something that would be very difficult to get. Like these lines in the hands would be extremely difficult to get with another craft medium. But look at that. Isn't that fabulous, you guys? Shoot, you could even paint the fingernails. You could. Yes, you could. I might do that. You never know. You know me, I'm a little extra. I'm not going to add any other like ribbons or embellishment on here, so why not? I can paint the fingernails and I can do it in a shimmer because this is my hand, right? There we go. Sounds like a plan, y'all. Thanks for encouraging me. And I'm going to find my favorite shimmer too. And I think I might. I don't know. We'll see. I need it to at least go together. Okay, so that part's done. We're going to do these other two, the words. I'm going to put one of them up at the top and one at the bottom, kind of on an angle, I think. And I'm going to use one of my other favorite colors, Tide, because this will go in my home and it'll go fine in my home. It goes with things, you know, all the different rooms, wherever I want to put it. So I'm going to really fuzz these, and we're going to give that a chance to dry, and I'll probably even just hit it with the air dryer real quick. I'll have to take a picture of it later to show you guys with it. And I'll probably have to get some glass cleaner onto the back and see, because I want to make sure I have whatever those little marks are off. I usually have glasses wipes, and I do have some up here, but I didn't take time to look for one because I wanted to hurry up and do this project while I had daylight. You see how many times I'm doing this, y'all? You know I never do it this many times. Now, even the cool thing about this is you've now got these words forever and always that you can use on other projects too. Right? You don't have to just use them as they come. You can. But if you get inspired to use, that you need something for another project, you're like, oh, it just needs one more little thing. Go look in your stash of your transfers. And if you're a club member, that works really well. Like being able to use different parts of different monthly club transfers. And maybe creating one project out of them. All right, I think I'm gonna leave those on there for a second. We're gonna hit this with the dryer real quick. If I can find my dryer, hang on. It fell. It fell. Now I will spray my transfer with water until I can get it to the sink. If you are doing a project, we suggest you take it to the sink and wash it when you're done with it. Because if you take good care of your transfers, they can be reused 8 to 12 times. So this is just an air dryer. It's not heat. It's just something to speed up the chalk drying. The chalk would dry on its own in about 5 minutes or less. It's kind of cool because this even looks a little textured. Right now I'm trying to think, what color shimmer am I going to put on there? I'm thinking about it. Now how I would do that is I would dry it all the way, and then I would take either a little tiny paintbrush, excuse me, or one of my artist tools like this little mini squeegee. That's what I'm going to do with the heart. I'm going to go back over the heart, and then I'm going to paint that a different color. But I would do the same thing on the fingernails. I just got to think, what would look good? I might do the shimmer rose gold. That might be a complimentary, but it wouldn't like necessarily be in your face. Excuse me. I could even do my shimmer cross. I was going to do my periwinkle, but I think that might be a little clashy with my teal. So let's see. Pretty sure that's dry. Okay, so now I'm going to look at it for just a moment while I place my transfers. So I want my always here, or do I want to here? No, I feel like this way. This is the way. So I'm going to do always, always and forever. Makes me think of that song. That Lionel Richie, I think it is. And then I'm going to put forever down here on an angle. That's the cool thing with these transfers and with DIY. You can do it however it works for you. All right, I'm trying to see. That might be a little too much angled. And then I'm going to press on my silkscreen area. Let's see. I'm going to look at it from the back. Move it up just a tiny bit. So now I have those placed. Okay. And we're going to do those both in teal. And I'm just going to use my multi-purpose tool, you guys, because I just need a really small squeegee, and this is going to work perfect. And this is Tide. It's just a really dark teal color. I love, love, love it. It's not a shimmer, but I love it. Now this base was originally like a natural wood color, and I painted it I think I used 2 different colored grays on it just to kind of make it look kind of washed or distressed. I did that before I did the project because I knew that would go in my house. I could have done it in black or white, but I decided to go with grays. See how easy this is, you guys? Now I'm doing it quickly and I won't have any problem. Working on glass or acrylic in this case, and if I'm working fast enough because these are small, I don't have to do paste and peel, which is just making sure my chalk paste doesn't dry in my silk screen. But I'm working fast enough, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, let's see. And you can choose any color on that too, guys, right? How cute is that? And it's gonna look even cool at night. I'll try to take a picture of it at night. Turn it on. Or in the morning. Can you see it? I know that ring light is kind of messing everything up. And maybe now you can see it better. And then forever. Right? So that's it. That's all it takes, guys. I'll wash those transfers in my sink. And then I'll dry them and put them back on the backer sheet, and I'll reuse them the next time I want to do another project. I could make a shirt. That would be really cute, and I may do it on a coffee mug. Don't be surprised if you don't see it on a coffee mug, because I can do it on a coffee mug with ink and then heat set it and have a cool coffee mug, and I can use that anytime, but that's all done. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put this up here for a second so you guys can see. We're going to take my tool and we're going to paint the heart just a little bit, And I'm thinking the shimmer rose gold is what I'm going to use on the fingernails just to make them a little pretty. But which color should we do the heart? Let me think whether we should do it. I don't want to just do it in red. I know, guys, I don't want to just do it in red. Maybe I could do the heart in, ooh, that might be pretty. I'm going to do it in currant jam. Isn't that pretty? So I feel like that's darker, even though it doesn't really go with my house. I'm going to do it in currant jam. And all I'm going to do is take this little tool and I am going to basically go right over top of where this heart is. Now you could also use a brush. And again, if you wanted to do it differently, you could. You could wash your transfer, come back, and then just do the heart. You know, because I should have done it to begin with. I could have chalked it to begin with when I was first doing the project. Or you could wipe it off when the chalk's wet and come back and do it that way. Do it originally, come back and wipe it off and wash your transfer and then come back and do it, or do it the way I'm doing it. And you could even use a paintbrush, guys. And I'm okay if some of the background, if it looks like it's kind of outlined in the peachy keen. I don't mind that. I just wanted something to make the heart stand out a little bit more. I could have used Shimmer Orchid. I might even dry this and then go back over it with Shimmer Frost just to add a little sparkle to the heart. I could have even just done the heart in Shimmer Rose Gold. I think that would have coordinated very nicely with the Peachy Keen as well. So it's almost like it's outlined. See what I did? Super easy. Super easy. Okay. Now, let's see. Do I have a little tiny paintbrush? Let's see if I have a little teeny tiny paintbrush with you. Right here. And let's use the Shimmer Rose Gold on the fingernails. And then we'll be done. I'm not going to wet it. I'm going to use it full strength. And now, just because of what I've done, I'm making it unique to me. Be sure to hit that heart button, you guys, and sprinkle the video that just needs to share it out into the world. Tag a friend. I so appreciate it when you guys do that. It just helps me so much. You ready? Look. See, it just has a little tiny bit of something extra. Now, maybe you don't like that. That's fine. You don't have to do it. Don't do it. But that's all I got for you. I am going to dry this, and I'm going to go back and add, I think, because I just have to, I'm going to add some shimmer on the heart. But basically, you could have been done this in about 5 minutes. And then while you're washing your transfer, when you come back, it'll be dry. And you're ready to use it and set it up. But I think it looks great. I think it's so cute. What do you guys think? Hit that heart button if you like it. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know. Isn't this one fabulous? I could do this on a hat. I could do it on, oh my gosh, it would be so cute on a kid's onesie, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be cute on a kid's onesie? I may have to do that. I do have a little great nephew that I could do this for. So I may have to do that. All right, let's see if that's dry. Oh, not quite. Guys, make sure you tune in the beginning of February. I just found out today, so we have a leadership seminar going on right now, and they are letting them know our next product launch, which is going to be the first part of February, and it will have Easter, it will have spring, and guys, we have some new surfaces. We have some new chalk paste colors. You know that speaks my language right there, especially if it's a shimmer. I don't know. But new surfaces, some new chalk paste colors, a chalk paste color of the month. I don't even know the details on it yet. I'll share it when I find out at the beginning of February. You guys will know. And then what else? Oh, you guys, our ink is going to come in single packets now. Start in February, so make sure you stay tuned. So if you ever decide, like I was saying, I would use ink to make this into a mug, into a coffee mug, and heat set it, or you make my shirts, or the shirt I was talking about for my great nephew. You need ink to do those things. Well, if you don't want to buy a whole jar of ink because you're just not sure, guess what? We're going to have them in single packets, you guys. That's a game changer right there. It's worth it. It will let you branch out and try something. Now this is taken away. I need to do it thin because I don't want to take away from the fact that it's red, but I needed some shimmer on it, or not red, but in the red family, right? I could have just made my own shimmer. I want it too dark. Oh, I did take away a lot of the red, y'all. I don't know if that's going to be too much, but it's okay. It still stands out. That's all right. I think it still looks good. Let me know. I probably did one extra step that you think we shouldn't have, but I'm okay with it because I got to have my shimmer. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for letting me come into your world for just a little while. I hope you like this project. I hope you'll give some chalk a try if you're curious to try it and you don't want to invest a lot. We have samples for under $5, you guys. So let me know if you need one. Just type sample in comments and I'll be glad to get the information to you. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening and that you'll tune in and join me again next time. All right, thanks so much. Until I see you then, be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye, guys.